And now I will turn it over to Dr. Vanessa Gray.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to share my screen really quick. All right. Again, thank you, Rebecca, for that warm welcome. Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Dr. Vanessa Gray, and I'm honored to join the Florida Department of State Division of Library and Information Services Bureau of Library Development as their new continuing education and leadership program administrator. Now, I'm a firm believer that we are not only better together, but stronger together. And it will take all of us to ensure our libraries remain thriving pillars of the community and make an impact that can't be erased. Today, I'm going to give a little introduction about myself, my background and philosophy, the vision that I have for my role, and continuing education leadership support, and have any questions and answers and group discussions towards the end.
See the presenter screen?
Hmm?
The presenter screen is showing.
Oh, okay.
So sorry.
That's okay. Excuse me for a moment. We're having technical difficulties. Share.
Yep, no problem at all. We will happens all the time. So just take a quick break here and come
I'm
right
trying to
back.
share. There we go. Okay, there we are.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks great.
Every presenter has preparation notes, so I'm sure y'all can understand that.
And yes, yes, indeed.
Okay. Well, we're going to go straight into my background. As you can see, I'm a lifelong learner, just like a lot of librarians out there. I hold a PhD in business management, a master's in library services, and a master's in industrial organizational psychology, which is the scientific study of the workplace. And I received my BA from FSU here in Tallahassee in English Lit. With over 25 years of experience in library administration and supervision in various library settings, as well as leadership roles in the nonprofit sector, I'm also a certified coach, adjunct professor, and published author. My latest work will be coming out later December or early January, published in Emerald's Insights, Advances in Library Administration and Organizations, Volume 44. In my new role, I will lead with my core values in which is service orientation, um, authenticity, community empowerment, integrity, and respect. I have a strong desire to support all of the libraries in the state of Florida. Um, and it's based off your needs. We can't do what we do without you doing what you do. So we're here to support you in that effort. I bring an expertise in workplace dynamics and workforce well-being, and of which are crucial in fostering a supportive and resilient library environment. My experience in the nonprofit sector and skills in strategic relationship building, process improvement, strategic planning will help us navigate challenges and seize opportunities to collectively work together. Most of all, I'm committed to empowering library leaders to make a lasting impact in their communities. My vision is to foster creative ways to innovate our libraries, champion transformative initiatives, and profoundly enrich the library profession, our workforce, and the communities we serve. By taking a comprehensive approach, we can ensure that our libraries remain vital and impactful community hubs. And what does this mean? Far as innovation and integrating various aspects of library services to create a more adaptable, engaging, and supportive environment for all users where we're serving the whole person, involving looking at libraries systematically in reference to Dr. Reagan Nathan's fifth law of library science. The library is a growing organism. Life is happening not only in the world, but to libraries as well. And we are most affected at times. So it's important that we evolve as the world evolves. Transformative initiatives aiming to significantly enhance the services and impact our libraries within their communities, our communities. And enrichment, offering a variety of enrichment programs and services that enhance the lives of their patrons, which you're already doing. I echo the Bureau of Library Development model. If you work in a Florida library, we work for you. And our mission, proactively providing support for Florida libraries so that we can best serve their communities. We will continue to offer extensive continuing education leadership support for Florida libraries. We provide local, regional, and statewide training to library staff and supporters, both online and in person. Our discussions cover a wide range of topics, including grants, leadership, library administration, e-government services, and planning. These programs are designed to enhance the skills and knowledge of library professionals and that they effectively serve communities. We are dedicated to ensuring we provide services that matter to you. And the only way that we can provide those services is if we hear from you. Now, I'm not a person that likes to talk about myself. So, in conclusion, I'm excited to embark on this journey with you all. Together, we will continue to advance the mission of our Bureau, ensuring that our libraries remain at the forefront of community service and innovation. We are better together, and I look forward to connecting with each of you so we can impact our communities together. I want to end my intro with a quote that I recently came across in the press reader report about what industry leaders predict about the future of libraries. The challenges that the world faces, libraries face with the world. I believe that we're up for that challenge, and our division is here to support you in facing those challenges. Thank you for your attention. Um, I want to open the virtual floor for any questions or comments. Does anyone have a question? Or would you just like to share what's going on in your libraries that you would like us to focus on as far as our discussions? Because this is about you, really.
Well, hi, this is Katrina Harkness. While people are thinking about what questions they have, I have some. So, Dr. Gray, Vanessa is my new boss, and I'm really excited to have her here. Um, and she started right after our silly graduation this year. And I was kind of sorry that she missed it because the silly class is always wonderful. And I took part in the that our version at the Department of State leadership in class. It was pretty much the same program y'all went through, but it was for us here at the division. And I was really surprised how that was 10 years ago. And I was just really surprised how often I turned to those skills that I learned in that class. I kept my book from the class right next to me, right on the shelf next to me. And not only did I use it to make decisions at work, but I also became a better decision maker at home. I used it when my dog had to have surgery and I needed to make a decision about choosing a vet. And it just really helped me have a process that I could turn to. And I was wondering if there are any silly graduates here today, and if anybody wanted to sort of share uh, what impact that program has had on you, because that wasn't something that Vanessa got a chance to see when she came in. Is there anybody here who's a silly graduate? And I know we have Linda Bruno here if you wanted to jump in.
Oh, wow. I've been a part of her trainings. She's awesome.
Well, that was
Well,
something that,
I
go ahead.
have had the great privilege of being a silly mentor. Currently, I am, and went to the first session last week. So it was amazing to see the wonderful people and participants in that, and what they shared, they seem to be a very dynamic group with lots of ideas. So I'm excited and hopeful about new leaders coming on, and those who are currently already leaders, branch managers, and a few directors. I just feel like we're in good hands. The future work for libraries are in good hands.
And we've got Alexandra that she is a Silly grad, and Heather, graduate and former mentor. So thank you so much. If either of you would like to share your experiences, or either on the mic or in the chat, we would love to hear from you. And Amy Jane, awesome.
Hi, this is Alex. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, hello.
Okay. Hi. So excited to meet you. Um,
Likewise.
so I did Silly in year 16. It ended in the beginning of 2020. And we had to do our graduation virtually. So I was sad to not make it up to Tallahassee, but it had a huge impact on my leadership skills and how I connect with people outside of our library system now. Since then, I am now in the role of community outreach manager, and it made a huge difference in how I network and connect with people, which really helps me in my new role.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Would anyone else like to share their experience as a graduate or a mentor? You can give me some tips.
Hi, this is
Hi.
Heather. I don't mind
Hello, Heather.
sharing. Um,
Thank you.
I just know that whenever Silly comes in our area within Northeast Florida, we encourage our staff to apply. We're super excited to have 2 people from St. Johns County Public Library System represented this year. It's just a great program. So we're very excited to have you involved and to see what our graduates can do. Their projects are always amazing. Yeah. And really have a big impact on Florida libraries in general. So
Thank you so much for sharing, Heather. Fabulous. So I know I talked a lot about my role, well, a little bit about my role and my vision. Um, is there anything that you would like to share as far as what we could focus on, or what you would like us to focus on as far as topics for our discussions, or in ways that we can support you?
Okay, we have a comment from Amy Jane. What are some ways we can learn about and actively promote the training you provide?
When you say you, do you mean uh, me personally as far as in this role, or the training programs that we provide, the continuing education programs? Both. Okay. Well, we do have a newsletter that goes out every month. Um, and we do have information on Web Junction, trainings on Web Junction, Tech Talk, um, Niche Academy, anything that we're doing live, we would definitely be promoting through those mediums. As also some social media, we'll be promoting and marketing through that medium. And as far as me, um, I believe we do have a listserv. I'm still learning all of the things, but we do have a listserv where we promote through that medium as well. You can also check our website. Thank you, Rebecca. And you can also check our website. We keep that updated. Speaking of trainings, are there any trainings that you would like to see? Recently, when I did a few site visits last week, and a training on long range planning was mentioned. And within the um, cohort, the new cohort, some of the participants were talking about um, what to do when you're in middle management, you know, when you have to answer to um, those in higher leadership, and you also have to answer to your staff. You know, we have many great trainings on Niche Academy and Web Junction, as well as uh, you know, the discussions that we have. Silly and eventually Nellie. Um, and I know that the multi-library cooperatives also host certain webinars and sessions, trainings within their own regions that address that.
Vanessa, I see we have a couple of comments in chat
Oh,
and
okay.
also a question. What is Nellie?
Nellie is the next level library leadership institute. It's once you've gone through SILI, the Sunshine State Library Leadership Institute, the next level would be Nellie, and where we expound upon the things that were learned um, when a graduate comes through SILI.
And from Heather, we have management and leadership topics are always evergreen. Library professionals aren't always prepared for managerial roles. And I believe Katie, I'd love to see trainings for my frontline clerk staff. We're trying to increase their resources and support networking outside of our library system. We also have another comment from Heather. I think Florida libraries are always looking for some alternatives to training and opportunities that used to be fulfilled by professional associations. That's a good point.
Yes, absolutely. Those are great ideas. And as we were brainstorming on what to offer, we'll definitely include those. In a previous occupation, my library staff needed training on crisis management. So I'm not sure if that is something that would be of interest um, as far as training is concerned, how to handle. um, oh, awesome. Thank you. There is a certain finesse you have to use in handling. Um, I don't want to say irate patrons, but those who need a extra TLC. I'll just say that. And Rebecca just posted the Sunshine State Library Leadership Institute website for those who would like to take a look. And Cynthia says, developing and implementing a culture of care without burning yourself out. Let's see. Yes. That's a great training as well. I'm all about dimensions of wellness and the mental health of not only our patrons, but also our staff and our leadership.
And we also have Amy Jane, we just received a request from one of our members that they are looking for more guidance on developing policies for storm recovery when it comes to managing collections. I think any guidance that utilizes input and resources from the state DLIS and emergency operations would be great. And Cynthia, me
Awesome.
too.
Awesome. As a matter of fact, we are coming up with a list of resources. And once we have completed compiling that list, we will be posting that on our website. Particularly pre, during, and post. So we'll have a comprehensive perspective on how to handle such situations before it even happens, while it's happening, and the recovery.
Vanessa, I just wanted to chime in really quickly.
Sure.
My name is Dr. Onika Samet, actually, and I'm the Assistant Director at the Clay County Public Library System. So I just,
Awesome.
yeah, I regret that I didn't get a chance to meet you. You were saying that you were here with Zilly last week, that the first week there. So perhaps next time we'll run into each other and I can introduce myself in person.
Oh, absolutely. We could also set up a call, a chat one-on-one if you
Yes.
would like to do that.
Yes, I do. There are potentially some things that we can do here at Clay County in terms of training. I've been here for just about a year now, and so it would be nice to think about that a little more closely. So yes,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Well, great to virtually meet you, Dr. Samet. Did I pronounce the last name correctly?
Sammy. Yes.
Samet,
Yeah.
Dr. Samet. Looking forward to scheduling a one-on-one with you. Your library director is amazing. I had a chance
Yes. I
to do
am
a
very
tour.
lucky.
Yes, she's so innovative. I was so impressed.
Hmm. Thanks.
All right, and then we have, I believe, Katie. I know Plan was getting information together to support offering a silly cohort in Northwest Florida in the near future. We'd love to send staff, but currently can't support the expense of overnight travel. So just putting it out there. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. We do have plans for the future, but we're still developing those plans. So stay tuned is all I could say. Okay. So are there any other questions or suggestions? And the ones that you provided are um, excellent and would be extremely beneficial to enhancing what we're building here. One thing I do like about this role is that the sky is not the limit, just the beginning. We have a great opportunity to come up with some things that will, be beneficial, even more beneficial um, to what you're facing today. And I'm excited to be a part of that.
Hey, this is Kathy Seeds. I will just do a quick pop in that we are very excited here at the Division of Library and Information Services, and especially the Bureau of Library Development, to have Dr. Vanessa Gray with us. Everyone get excited that she's here. We already are. She's been doing great work and she's very, open to input, open to ideas and just thinking through everything. And she comes with a great skill set. So I was excited to hear your intro, Vanessa, even though I work right next to you. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope everyone here gets to know you better. So thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you, Kathy. And for those who don't know, Kathy is the bureau chief of our Bureau of Library Development. So thank you so much, Kathy, for trusting me in this role. I look forward to meeting you too. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name and I don't want to mess it up because mine gets messed up a lot. So I don't want you to experience that. But thank you. I look forward to seeing you in December as well at our um, Florida Public Library Directors meeting. Well, I do want to be cognizant of your time, and I really want this to be an engaging experience, um, whether it's a discussion or an email or a phone call or a one-on-one chat via Zoom or Teams. Um, I am here to support you all. Um, I am ecstatic to be in this role, and I really want to receive um, recommendations, suggestions, anything that you might come up with, whether it's here right now or you think about it a little bit. If you, like me, need to process information and you come up with something, please shoot me an email. Give me a call. I am open to speaking with anyone. And I really do believe that we're better together. Um, whether we're as the Bureau supporting you, I want to be able to support, you know, not only you as leaders, but your staff, your communities, the patrons that you serve, because they're ours as well. You know, we do make the community a better place. Without libraries, I don't know, what the world would look like. But I am a bit biased because I at my heart I'm a librarian. So I know the great work that we do, and it's just a matter of promoting that to our communities and being there like we already are, doing more of what we're already doing and staying on the cutting edge. At the end of the day, they're going to be coming to us anyway. So, and I've always found that to be rewarding about this field. Well, there's no any further questions or suggestions or comments. I will give you back your day, and I look forward to um, seeing in person everyone. And I appreciate the time you took to be a part of this discussion.
Thank you, everyone. We will stay on for a couple more minutes. If anyone has any other questions or comments, thank you so much for joining us for this October DLIS discussion.